Bloggo's POW.
It's time for another underrated arcade. This time, it's a horizontal shoot 'em up special. So, first off, we've got Thundercross. Now I'm playing the Japanese version here, which is because the worldwide version got all levels in different order, different weapons, and as a consequence doesn't play as well as the Japanese original. So we're sticking with this. So this is a nice fun shooter from Konami from 1988, I believe, which strangely enough wasn't converted. Well, I guess it probably came out a bit too early to be a Mega Drive or Super Nintendo game. I had no home computer ports this side of the world. It did eventually turn up on the PS2 as part of Hamsters of Atachi collection, and I'm not entirely sure, maybe even on PS4, because a lot of Hamsters emulation jobs have turned up on that. I'll have to check that. You've got only two buttons on this game. You've got a fire button, obviously, and your second button spreads your options out, like so. Getting a bit hairy here. And it's a shame we didn't get further recognition, because it is a really great looking and great sounding game. Now, I've got my fourth option. I've got my twin laser there as well. Now next, I will be able to pick up, what's that? A big weapon. Now, obviously, this looks very Xenon 2, doesn't it? What's that question mark do? I have no idea. So obviously it removes my ability to find my multiples, or options should I say, independently, or at least at the same time, but it does give me a lot of firepower when I need it, which I'm going to need soon because there's a boss coming up, and this game can get hard very quickly. So here we go, boss time. This reminds me of the rain golem from Salamander, this boss, and you'll see why in a second. The attack pattern is very similar to where you have to rotate yourself around it, avoiding the big tentacly thing. That wasn't hard, was it? We'll move on to stage 2, where, in my opinion, the best music in the game is. Use this laser up, actually. What's the one? Idiot. Lose a life, gain a life, you know, easy come, easy go. All good. I'm going to need some options at this anytime soon if I'm going to get any further. And here comes some little things to shoot now. And I've totally failed. This is so much easier if you've got at least one option. we go. This is more like it. Reminds me of Scramble now, ironically. The missiles that take off. What's that other option? Yes, good stuff. Here again. Not there's much that comes from behind, but oh God, the irony. I was going to say not that much comes from behind, but I do like having the backwards fire. Great big boss turns up coming from behind. Actually not that tough, that boss. And this is where things will fall apart, because this stage does get really hard. I do get a mega weapon, I'm just going to use it all the way through. I doubt even more now I'll be getting to the boss. And that's one thing that really annoys me in games, is the shrapnel enemy, which is just there just to piss you off by breaking into multiple parts when you shoot it. There's a couple there. Annoying, aren't they? Oh, they're multiple, really. Now, if you're wondering why I keep on calling them multiples and options, it's just the way my brain works. You see, when Gradius came out in the UK, it was called Nemesis, and for some reason the options were called multiples. I have really no idea why, and that's stuck for a long time. Of course, as time goes on, that was the only time that actually happened. Maybe apart from Salamander, called them multiples as well. Don't know why I just picked that up. It's not really done me anything whatsoever, has it? Yeah, so Thundercross, it's a really good shooter. Grab a friend, it's 2 players, stick it on, have a blast. Right, so next up, it's Airbuster by Kaneko, also known as Aeroblasters on some of the home ports. So, let's get this going. So, I played this down Ramsgate Arcades back in, I think it was about 89 I played it, so it must have come out obviously before that, it wouldn't have come out afterwards. But when I played it, it really reminded me of Macross, or at least Robotech Macross Saga as I knew it at the time. It's, I think the aircraft looks quite a bit like a Valkyrie fighter from Macross. Probably something a little different there, but it sort of looks a bit like it. Let's get a smart bomb in there. Yes, the smart bomb attack is very useful. You can use it to clear the screen, but then it has to recharge. But there's a bit in a moment which really does remind me of Macross, which I shall point out if I last that long. Let's get some more power-ups. Because there's a bit of Macross, where there's Entradi attack Macross Island by forcing a massive orbital strike which destroyed a lot of the buildings, even though luckily all the inhabitants of Macross Island were safely in bunkers at the time, and here it comes! Yeah! Just like the orbital strike from Macross. That was awesome when I first saw that, it totally blew me away. So, we're on to the first boss. This is a bit R-type, isn't it? Smart bomb attack is very useful. Go. First boss done. In fact, I'm glad I've got this far because I've got something interesting to say about the second level. So here we go, the second level. Now, Amiga fans, you have probably played Turrican 2. You've probably got to that bit in Turrican 2 where it turns into a sidewise scrolling shoot 'em up. If you have, watch this bit. It's very familiar. We know Rainbow Arts and Manfred Trenz and his friends used to like borrowing from other sources. There's a bit in a minute which will make you think, bloody hell, that was in Turrican 2. In a minute. Here we go. Oh fuck. Well, I'll see if I can find a video of this being Turrican 2 and put it in the corner just as a comparison. So when I played Turrican 2, obviously years after I played this, I was like, oh crap, that's the bit from Airbuster. That's awesome. I picked the worst weapon there, didn't I? Well, actually, it might not be too bad for this bit. In fact, until that point, it was actually working out very well. Right, here we go. Another speedy bit. Oh, well done. Avoided all the weapons. Idiot. Oh, I've got bouncy barriery things, which don't really do a great deal. Maybe we'll get to the boss, yes. And again, I do believe this is similar to the boss in Turrican 2 at the end. this stage, at the end of the equivalent stage in Turrican 2. Again, I'll have to look it up again and take a look, take a screenshot or something. And I get past this very rarely on 1 credit. Because I do stupid stuff like that. Crap. Yeah, Airbuster. Take a look. Forgot to mention, obviously, Mega Drive and PC Engine versions are available, so check it out. So next up, Hydrozeal by Technosoft, an unusual arcade entry for Technosoft. Now I've had this sitting around on main for, well, since forever. I don't actually remember playing it. I know the Saturn version is one of those really expensive games, and the Saturn version has a few refinements over the arcade, so I'm led to believe. But I have never really put any time into this, so this will be interesting. It really does look beautiful though, doesn't it? It really does look like a Thunder Force game. The same sort of design as the Mega Drive Thunder Force games. That's going to suppress that shitload of bullets in a second, isn't it? That's not too bad. Now, with Hydrozeal, if you press the up button, you transform into a robot, which has got directional fire but moves a bit slower. Then you let go of the other button and it transforms back into your normal starfighter. And I've got a couple of nice little side fighters there as well, that's good. Oh, that's very Thunder Force, isn't it? Ooh, some scaling effects there, some sprite enlargement, and before you know it, like a bad hentai anime, there's tentacles everywhere. Right, this guy turn around? No. We will. Oh, back to the fighter jet. And I'll use that for avoiding, and then I will transfer into the robot when I've got space. There almost wasn't any space. Seems to be a pole gauge down the bottom there. Oh, wonder what that does. Oh, blimey! If I pull both buttons together, Jean-Michel Jarre's light show comes out to play. That's pretty cool. That's showing my age. I'm talking about Jean-Michel Jarre, or Jean Jam Jar as I used to call him as a child. Let's move on to stage 2. No break, no rest for the wicked. That little light show attack is going to come in very handy. Especially these gun turrets stick around in dark places. Now you don't appear to have an energy bar, so I presume it's going to be a one-hit kill when eventually it does happen. Oh, I've got a little robot helper! Isn't that nice? I do like little robot helpers. Oh wow, that coming out there looks pretty cool. Oh, you respawned in the same place where you died, so I lost track of where I was there. Oh, moving scenery time. Probably time for another boss. Appears to be 2 players as well by the looks of things, asking somebody else to insert a coin. Not that there's anybody else here, anyway. Oh, this looks pretty. Boom. Nearly out of magic power. This is proving quite a tough boss. There doesn't seem to be enough room to actually transform into the robot to yeah, that's really good. I'm going to put some more time into that. Really enjoyed that. If you win the lottery at the weekend, I would like a copy of the Saturn version sent to me, please. You know it makes sense. We've got Silkworm, which I think you're probably thinking, why are you including this in an underrated, obscure arcade games video? Well, simply because I'd forgotten it existed. So somebody reminded me the other day. I was like, oh shit, I forgot all about Silkworm. And I used to play it lots on the Amiga. Play 2-player with my mother, who didn't mind being the Jeep. I didn't want to be the Jeep. The Jeep's stupid. But it is a really great shoot 'em up. If I'm going to be brutally honest, I do believe the Amiga version is actually better than the original arcade. Some people may disagree. Maybe it's because I've played so much more of the Amiga version. Those ported to other formats as well. Commodore 64, Amstrad, Speccy, Atari ST, Dragon 32, no I'm kidding. But I don't believe there was actually any console ports, so I don't remember seeing it on the Super Nintendo. However, the sequel, well, spiritual sequel, wasn't technically a sequel, it was made by Salescurve, who converted this to the home computers, was Swiv. And Swiv apparently stood for Silkworm 4, which is a bit of a strange thing, I don't know how true that was. Did get converted to a lot of formats. You can get Mega Swiv on the Mega Drive, you can get Super Swiv on the Super Nintendo, you can get Swiv vanilla ordinary version on an Amiga or an ST. So it's got a legacy out there. What's that do? Oh god, big helicopter there. Dead big helicopter there. So, as I was saying, so yeah, grab a friend, if you've got an Amiga, grab a copy of this, stick it in your Gotek, for half an hour, and yeah, have a bash on it, if you can persuade somebody to play as the Jeep. Otherwise, you know, fire up and maim. Still a good game. As I say, I don't think it's quite as good as the Amiga version. One of those rare instances where the port is actually better than the original. I don't think I'm going to last a massive amount longer. You'll be pleased to hear you've probably got something else better to do this week than watching Bloggo fly around in a helicopter crashing into things. So what are you up to this weekend? Comment below. Ha! Shit. It's nearly all over now. Comes a big old tank. Actually, it's not that big, is it? It's a bit embarrassing. Oh, big stumpy robot. Ha! Big dead stumpy robot. Ah. There we go, game over. What horizontal shoot 'em ups do you like in the arcades? Comment below. Send me a copy of Hydrozeal.
Yeah, subscribe or naff off.